What up, Primal Pack? We are live. Had an issue getting on with StreamYard. I've been using StreamYard, so now I'm just YouTube Live. I know that some of the videos the last week or so have been getting a lot of attention. Speaking about where I talk about how cardio doesn't burn fat, and people were going wild over it. But look, at the end of the day, you want lean, hard, athletic muscle. You want body recomposition, uh, calorie deficit, uh, resistance training, the right, correct resistance training, building lean muscle. If you want body recomposition, you want abs, you want um, the whole physical recomp and mental clarity and better level of sleep and crush cravings. Now you want calorie deficit, nutrient surplus, and the right and the correct resistance training, which in my opinion is, and that opinion is based on real world, real time results, variable resistance bands with what's called, I call time under tension, keeping that priority muscle under tension the whole rep. And then the variable resistance. Now, I also walk quite a bit, and I talked about that. Counting your steps, that's not cardio. Counting your steps is not really, you got to raise the bar. If you want real results, you got to raise the bar. And thinking that you're a grown adult and counting steps and you're doing really well, it just shows you how sideways our society is, and people are buying right into that. But that being said, I walk 2 to 3 times a day, probably averaging 45 minutes a walk. For me, it's mental. For me, it's creative energy. For me, it's the flow state. That's what walking does for me. The other is just a benefit, right? And then the cardio. So I said, if I'm going to do any cardio throughout the year, and I do it maybe a handful of times, it's HIIT cardio, which is 30 seconds, 75%, 30-second off, 30-second, 75%, 3 rounds, done. I'm all about effectiveness and efficiency. And that's what this Primal Power lifestyle is all about. And I wanted to talk about, the other thing I wanted to talk about was lifelong. Listen, when you decide to get in and change your lifestyle, and you don't believe that this is going to be lifelong, what's the point? Right? And if you look at what whoever it is, whatever program somebody has, and you look at this and you're like, I'm not going to count calories the rest of my life. I'm not going to be so dialed in with my micros and my macros, and I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to spend an hour and a half in the gym. I'm not going to be able to spend 2.5 hours driving there, training, coming back, and then getting ready for my day. Or if I'm doing it at night with rush hour, I just know I'm not going to be able to commit to that long term. So then what's the point? See, you want to reverse engineer. You want to figure out, what do you want? Is that program first of all going to be able to give you what you want? So if it's lean, hard, athletic muscle, mental clarity, better level of sleep, overall wellness, anti-aging, anti-inflammatory, that thing, those bullet points, I want to crush my cravings. Okay, so this program says that it does that if you follow the program. Cool. Now, what do I need to do to make that happen? That's the next question. Oh, okay, so you have to count your calories. You got to have a scale. You got to understand your micros and your macros. You got to go to the gym. You're going to work out 4 to 5 days a week, and round trip with the time in the gym, you're about 2 hours, 2.5 hours committed. 4 to 5 days a week, and then some cardio on top of that, and then some walking, okay? Then you got to ask yourself, okay, after the honeymoon phase is over, can I do this? Like, is this long term? That's the difference. And that's where the reason that Primal Power Lifestyle is different, it's because my schedule, I had to create 4.5 years ago a lifestyle that fits into my life. I have multiple businesses. I have balls in the air. I work 7 days a week. Sunday to me is just like a Tuesday. So I had to figure out the most effective and efficient way with the greatest results. And that's what Primal Power Lifestyle is. 15-minute full body workout four times a week at home. Variable resistance, so that means you can actually travel with it as well. So you can get the exact same results with Primal Power Lifestyle, nutrition, conditioning, rest and recovery here in Southern California, if you happen to be here, or if you go to Dubai tomorrow, or if you go to the Fiji Islands on Saturday, or if you go to New Zealand, or you go to China, you go to Russia, you literally take this lifestyle, nutrition, conditioning, rest and recovery, to wherever you're going. It is completely mobile with the exact same results. Now you got something to bite into. Now you got something. And Primal Power Lifestyle is broken up into 3 phases. So that means phase 1, 30 days, builds right on top of phase 2, 60 days, builds right on top of phase 3, 90 days. The difference is the goal: body recomposition, mental clarity, crushed cravings, overall wellness, better level of sleep, natural anti-aging, all that. But here's the real caveat. That 90 days, you understand how to do it, but you also will understand why you're doing it. So that means you can teach that to others. That means you can share your real world wisdom, your real world results in real time with others. That's the difference. I teach you how to fish, so nobody has to fish for you. That's it. That's lifelong. That's the difference. And that's what you want to ask yourself. Always reverse engineer. What are the goals? What do I want? Cool. I want abs. I want body recomposition. I want to be dialed in for the summer. Oh, this program to do that. But it also will give me a better level of sleep. Oh, which in turn will be mental clarity, sustained energy, overall wellness, anti-aging, because it keeps it's anti-inflammatory with the foods that are consumed. The first month is elimination. Oh, and then we can start to add in foods like grains and vegetables and salads and fruits, and we'll know in real time how my body's reacting. Oh, okay, so if it's not reacting correctly, I feel bloated from broccoli, so I don't incorporate that anymore into but I know for real, right? I know for me in real time. That's the difference. That's when you know you really have something here. That's when you know it's lifelong. And let me circle, underline, and highlight with fluorescent arrows. Lifelong, predictable results. That's the difference. That's when you know you're on something. So, lifelong. The only way you're really going to have a serious gauge at that is that you've got to reverse engineer. You gotta decide what you want, be honest with yourself, and then will this program get me there? It will, okay. But then, is this really gonna be sustainable when the honeymoon phase is over? For some people, that might be 2 days. For other people, that might be 60 days, 90 days. But still, even if it's 90 days and you go back and rebound, you're going to be worse than you were. It happens every time. And subconsciously, you're much worse because now you just confirmed again that you can't do this. So there's a lot you're risking if you truly don't know how to identify the markers for lifelong predictable results in an actual lifestyle, not a diet, not a part-time thing, not a short term. This is not even a long game. This is lifelong. This is till you no longer exist here in this realm. That's what's created here. That's what makes us different. So, and now that we offer Primal Pack, which is a membership for 33 cents a day, now you have even a bigger dynamic. You have an actual supportive environment that you can jump on lives. You can literally work out with me in the mornings. You can do the freedom 10-minute freedom full body stretch on the days that I'm not training. The live Q&A, the interaction with me and the members, asking questions, dialing it in, figuring out how to get through those stale times, right? Those blockers, and we all have them. I just went through. So I created this program, started creating this program about 4.5 years ago. I went through a major breakthrough the first of the year, of this year. Major breakthrough with dairy. The practical, that's simple to convey, and if you're willing to follow, if you're willing to trust the next step, the practical is there. It's the paradigm, the mindset, the belief systems is what the shift, and what that means is an upgrade in your relationship with food and some people and or alcohol, because the traditional American diet is poisonous. Alcohol is just simply inflammatory poison. Just a fact. And when you do it over and over, it's just compound interest. Now, that being said, the other part of all this is the Primal Power membership, 33 cents a day, and then you have the option to explore my group coaching, which is up to 4 people, and it's a 90-day reset, and we get on a weekly Zoom calls, just me and that particular group. You can do 2 people, 3 people, or up to 4 people, or one-on-one, and we do unlimited Zoom calls and text and messaging. But and then we go deep. Then we really break through those paradigms. We break through those. We make that paradigm shift so much quicker, because we're going deeper. It's just the way it is, right? For most people. But you still are part of the membership, right? You still have this family, if you will. But yeah, I'm so excited to be able to offer Primal Pack, because It's a game changer. Your environment dictates your reality to the degree that it dictates how you speak, the language you speak, and how you speak, right? Your accent. That's how powerful your environment is subconsciously. It's wild, wild. It's 90% of the game. Mindset, paradigm, belief systems. Then we go deep and effective and efficient, right? Boom. Let's go. Let's figure out the blocks. Let's go head on. Let's figure these out. Solution oriented. So anyway, guys, I want to appreciate thank you for allowing me to jump on. I thought I was going to be able to jump on StreamYard. I got to figure out why I can't get that working. But I did want to get on here, and I appreciate you guys. All the comments, doesn't matter, good, bad, indifferent, sharing it, liking it. We're bringing real world wisdom based on real world, real time results. Everything else, just noise. Keep your scientific studies, keep your double, triple blind studies, and all your other stuff that oh, well, this ingredient does this and this does that. And that, listen, at the end of the day, animal protein, animal fat does it all when it comes to nutrition. Resistance training, the proper resistance training does it all when it comes to body recomposition. And when you combine them together, you get the whole package with the proper rest and recovery. And everything changes from the inside out. And I'm living, walking proof of that at 57 and a half years old. And we have real world, unsolicited testimonials, written and video and pics. So results matter. And that's what this is all about. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Now, how do we... It's my first time doing a live